Worldwide, 31.1% of adults are physically inactive. 26% of adults are insufficiently active throughout Europe. 80% of adolescents aged between 13 and 15 do not reach the recommended activity levels. These activity levels are 60 minutes daily doing moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity. 59% of adults were classified as overweight or obese. 58% of adults reported being physically active. Since the survey started in 2003, obesity levels have increased during this time. There has been little change in physical activity based on the recommended guidelines for at least 30 minutes on 5 or more days of the week. According to the Welsh Health Survey, 64% of children were reported eating fruit every day, and 52% were reported eating vegetables every day. 36% of children were reported undertaking physical activity for at least an hour every day. Some of the implications of these figures: the population of overweight and obese individuals is set to rise. The National Health Service will have to deal with the extra strain of supporting these individuals. In 2007, it was estimated by 2025, 47% of men and 36% of women will be classified as obese. Furthermore, by 2050, it's estimated that 60% of men and 50% of women could be obese. In 2007, the cost of overweight and obese populations cost the NHS £4.2 billion. In 2050, the cost went up to £6.3 billion, and by 2050 it's set to cost the NHS £9.7 billion. As economies grow, physical activity is systematically designed, innovated and engineered out of daily life. Due to technological advances, everything we do is becoming easier and more convenient. All the jobs that were difficult have become more sedentary. We can order our shopping online and have it delivered to our front doors. Farming still takes place. Tractors and other machinery is used. Is physical literacy the answer? Physical literacy is defined as having the motivation, confidence, physical competence, understanding and knowledge to maintain physically active at an individually appropriate level throughout life. Although physical literacy cannot be taught, it is unlikely to teach someone to be confident and motivated, but it is an outcome of appropriately structured learning opportunities through physical activity. Physical literacy is a participation-centered model, unlike physical education, which is activity-centered. For example, participation in any activity opposed to being forced to participate in an activity which is expected, like the common sports such as football, rugby and hockey. What does physical literacy mean? Task mastery increases motivation to participate. Increased motivation and confidence is derived from autonomy, belonging and competence. Autonomy, enjoyment of the activity they're taking part in. Belonging, being part of a team that works well together. Competence, feeling like they have improved. The willingness to perform a skill without help. Safe and confident, participating because they want to. What if you can't throw a ball? Learning the valuable skill of an overhead throw or an underarm throw can become beneficial in multiple sports that a child may take place in when growing up, for example, cricket and badminton. By teaching gross motor skills at a young age will help encourage lifelong participation. Learning jumping and landing at a young age can help develop other transferable skills. Learning to jump and land at a young age will help develop into different sporting activities, not just bouncing on a trampoline, but even attending gymnastic lessons or learning to head a football. The fundamental skills learned at a young age will help participation in sport and physical activity throughout life, and develop confidence to participate, and by having the physical competence to attend different activities. Inactive children are likely to become inactive adults later in life. Physical activity increases periods of ill health and morbidity. Perhaps most dangerous of all, physical inactive parents pass along the same patterns to their children. During school, educate children on the benefits of participation. Children, adolescents and adults don't need to know about every aspect of the heart or the lung function, but the basics of exercise and the importance of being physically active. This in turn will help them understand their own appropriate level of activity and will help the individuals to reduce the risk of injury. These are the physical activity guidelines from 2011. How much do people know? In summary, if we can increase motivation, confidence, physical competence, understanding and knowledge, this will lead to being physically active at an individually appropriate level throughout life. Furthermore, these characteristics should lead to a better understanding of physical literacy and in turn creating a more physically literate Wales. Thanks for watching, and let's make Wales more physically literate.